The Sega Dreamcast was home to a lot of weird games. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse, but not quite enough to save the console from an early grave. Enough, it seems, however, that nostalgia for the system has resurrected its games in many new forms. Out on the PAX East show floor this year was Space Channel 5 VR, a clever adaptation of a quirky Dreamcast rhythm game from nearly 20 years ago. Currently in development for the PlayStation 4's PSVR system, Space Channel 5 VR is a dance game that gets your whole body moving. It was the first game I played at PAX this year, and it's one of the best games that I played at the show. Space Channel 5 VR puts you in the pumps of a hip young reporter on her first day at the titular Space Channel. There's an invasion of unusually funky aliens invading a space station, and the only way to beat them is to boogie down. Ulala, the game's protagonist, serves as our guide. She shows you a few simple dance moves which you must imitate. Mimicking the aliens seems to be the only way to beat them. Your dance moves are how you duck and dodge and shoot your lasers. And I've got to say, it's a lot of fun. Speaking as a fan of the original game, I have to say that the conversion to VR works surprisingly well for Space Channel 5. Your moves with the PlayStation Move controllers correspond to the moves in the original game. Actually doing the dances, rather than just flicking analog sticks, is in my opinion a lot more satisfying. Bear in mind that I'm a big fan of the Dance Central series. When it comes to dance games, that sort of thing is more my frame of reference than something like, Dance Dance Revolution, or even Just Dance. Overall, I think Space Channel 5 is well worth keeping an eye on. While the demo I played was still in development, it shows massive potential, and I'm pretty sold on the core gameplay loop. That said, I did find myself stepping out of the gameplay area a little too easily. It wasn't entirely clear to me as to if that was the fault of the game still being a work in progress, or if it was because of the limitations of the PlayStation VR platform, versus Kinect, which seemed to do a better job at tracking me while I was dancing in a bigger environment. Nonetheless, it wasn't enough to ruin my experience, and I'm sure the finished game will be a lot more polished. Also, I'm curious as to if the final game will include Space Michael, a character voiced by none other than Michael Jackson himself. What do you think about Space Channel 5 VR? Did you get the chance to try it out at PAX East? Are you looking forward to playing it one day? Are you a hardcore Dreamcast fan who believes that any Space Channel 5 VR port should be on the Dreamcast first? Share your thoughts with us over on Twitter at OneRuleBeCool. We'd be happy to share those in our next episode of One RBC Gaming Weekly.